a citizen of a corporation. That is impossible. There's no such thing as a citizen of a corporation. Corporations don't have anything in them that are alive. They just don't. So they created the 14th Amendment for their corporation. Now, the U.S. Constitution is corporate bylaws of Corporation United States. Where did it come from? They stole the amendments, or borrowed them, is another way of saying it. They borrowed the amendments and the articles from the Constitution of the United States and adopted it as the corporate bylaws of this new phony corporation. Now, they wanted to get you guys to be citizens of the corporation, but since there is a God and common law ties to the Creator God, they had to get you dead. So by putting your name in all capital letters in the English language, you are judicially dead. I looked at these attorneys and I said, why is my name capital D, capital A, capital V, capital I, capital D? Oh, we don't know. We were taught that in law school. Kind of intriguing. When I joined the U.S. Navy, my name was capital D, capital D, small a, small v, small I, small d, normal, capital R, small o, small l, small a, small n, small d, comma, capital H, capital I, capital N, capital K, capital S, capital O, capital N. What the heck for? We go to the post office. You know what the post office used to be called? The Postal Service of the United States of America? They changed the name of it. The U.S. Navy was the Naval Forces of the United States of America. What is citizenship? Citizenship comes from the word territory. If I'm a citizen of the United States, that means I live in the 10 miles square. If I'm a citizen of the United States of America, according to the, and I've read back Supreme Court rulings that go back to day one, that's a citizen who might live in Alabama. The of America denotes you reside outside of the 10 miles square. So if I go in here and I reverse it, a U.S. citizen is not a citizen of the U.S. That's a reverse. They've reversed the whole sentence. So if a U.S. citizen is somebody who lives in the 10 miles square, and a citizen of the United States of America is somebody who lives outside the 10 miles square, what's a U.S. citizen? Well, that's somebody who lives in a piece of paper. That's somebody who's got a phony-ass corporate contract stapled to his butt. That's who that is. The 14th Amendment's a fraud. It says you won't question the debt. They were picking on the tobacco companies. They got a good lawyer, made some good arguments showing that the 10 mile square is the only place they had jurisdiction. Now they're backing off on the tobacco. I got a copy of that lawsuit. Went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the media never talked about it. Hire a great attorney, they'll make a great argument for you. The 7th Amendment's right smack in the middle of the U.S. Constitution, the phony one. The one everybody thinks is their prize and possession here. We have 2 of every state before Abe Lincoln. We have the state of California, which is a subcorporation of the U.S. corporation, and we have the California Republic. But do you think the dragon, Satanists, would keep the capital in the same place? Every single state moved its capital. The capital of Utah is not Salt Lake City, it's Fillmore. The capital of Colorado is not Denver, it's Canyon City. The capital of California is not Sacramento, it's Los Angeles. The capital of Idaho is Lewiston. It's not Boise. So they're so afraid, these Satanists, they're so afraid they have to have a whole different building, move it to a whole different city. And just to make sure you guys don't put your name correctly, so you might have your judicial common law rights back, they'll ask you to put your last name first on every application, just to make sure you do it correctly.
Only cost you a few dollars. Order your birth certificate. On your birth certificate, all birth certificates in this country, on the bottom, it will tell you this is printed on security papers. Do not accept it not on full-color security paper. Then on the right-hand corner, you will always have a series of numbers, red numbers, printed on the birth certificate. Those numbers are a security stock exchange number on the World Stock Exchange. You go to any good stock office and ask them, check these numbers in your computer and see how much your stock is worth, the certificate. And they will check it on the New York Stock Exchange and find you, your birth certificate, is a stock on the stock exchange in America. Why? Because you are worth money to the international bank that brought 1930. We need to wake up. This is serious stuff.
Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Campaign, Trinidad, with another lesson, another video through the power and spirit of Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai. So first and foremost, call Halayam, La Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Akaha Kodash, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, salutation unto the brothers who preaching and teaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Alright. Risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites who may look like the other nations, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwati, which is the sisters. Alright, so excuse my voice. Alright, I'm a bit under the weather, you know. Yeah, so yeah, my throat is a bit sore, but nevertheless, you know. Alright, so this lesson here is entitled, Now the question still lies, are we free? Alright, are we free? Especially to our people that is living in the land of Babylon. Alright, are we free? Are we still free? Alright, because you are letting you all, you know, even in Trinidad here, you know, with the notion of the word emancipation and whatnot, so forth, you know, you guys are under the spell, again, the witchcraft of words, you guys are under a spell of that word emancipation. Salakia, you know, with the notion that you all are free when in fact you all are not free. You all are what you call commodities. Let me see if I could get that your pocket spell it correct. Okay. Commodity. Alright, commodity, as it says here, a raw material or primary agricultural product that can be bought and sold, such as copper and coffee. Alright. We, the people, alright, especially us Drakes, we are not just agricultural product in the sense of back in the days of slavery on the cocoa plantation, coffee, cotton, sugar cane, whatnot, so forth. But now we are and it's still going on. We are still agricultural commodity. If you go take a look at the west coast of Africa, like Ivory Coast and Ghana and whatnot, where still slave labor, alright, for cocoa and whatnot to supply these big corporations and what have you. But what I want to say is that we have advanced to industrial commodities with these big corporations and what have you. Alright, because as the ones who in the know, alright, from the bigger brothers on downwards to my brothers like myself, and we always show you all that the Civil War, you know, the Civil War and what have you, so forth, it was not fought to free us, but was actually fought to bring us under industrialized slavery, you know, under a conglomeracy, all right, of these major corporations and what have you, so forth. All right, because the South, you know, the South was making millions off of us, you know, by the way of free labor and what have you, so forth. Now we under something what is called a minimum wage and what have you, so forth. So as you can see there, the synonyms, right? Item, that is what we are. We are items, material, we are type of produced product, article, object, thing. All right, piece of merchandise, import, export. All right, and that import, export goes all the way back to what? To chattel slavery. All right, this is what we are. Now, as you could see the individual there, the first clip that I played, you know, he break down, which is a whole lot of confusion. All right, into explaining a citizen of the U.S. and the citizen of the United States of America, and what have you. Excuse me, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah. You know, it is a whole lot of confusion, a whole lot of trickery and whatnot, so forth. But to break it down to brass tack, you know, the whole thing about it is that America is a corporation. All right, and what cements the whole thing of America being a corporation is that Federal Reserve Act. All right, because the Federal Reserve, it is not owned by the government, it is not owned by the people, all right, but by the so-called citizens. You have to pay it as that. All right, so-called citizens. All right, it is owned and run by who? By these international bankers. All right, it is owned and run by these international bankers. And going off from that now, going to your birth paper solidifies. All right, your birth paper solidifies not your citizenship. All right, but your ownership, as in you being owned. All right, you being owned by these elite bankers. All right, there's a whole blasted scheme. Yeah, there's a whole scheme. All right, and you jakes, talking about land of the free and home of the brave, and you're free and this and that and the other. Nigga, you ain't free. All you just have is liberty. All right, you have liberty to do certain things to a certain extent. All right, you can't go further than the limit that they have limited you pursuant to your liberty. All right, this is what it is. All right, now I'll go into some scriptures in a while. Just bear with me to get more edification and understanding of what this whole thing is about. Let me see. What's the next word that I wanted to research? Bear with me. All right, cooperation. All right, let me see something. Cooperation. All right, good. Cooperation, all right? So it says, yeah, we go into the first definition there. It says a large company or group of companies authorized to act as a single entity and recognized as such in law. All right? And that large company or the group of companies is actually all these countries, because all these countries are corporations. All these countries are a corporation and a actual group of company. You don't believe me? If you don't believe me, investigate the United Nations. All right, where all these nations is in one conglomerate. Check out the United Nations, man. Check out the United Nations. Alright? Each nation is a company by itself that is under, that make up that group of companies that is headed by, alright, headed by the banking elite, because it is the banking elite that set up the United Nations. Because they have a central bank in all these countries. Alright, and all these central bank in all these countries is run by these elite bankers, these 13 banking families, alright? Okay, and all these the world currencies is all pegged to what? To the US dollar, which is the world reserve currency. You understand? That's why all these countries, they have a birth and death registry. Alright, you must have a birth paper, and your birth paper is actually a piece of paper stating of you being owned by the banking elite. That is basically what it is. Alright? Your birth paper is actually showing you that you are stocks. When you go into stocks, I'm breaking it down, yes. I'm breaking it down to brass stock here for you. Alright, stocks. It says a share which entitles the holder to a fixed dividend whose payment takes priority over that of ordinary share dividends. Alright? Let me see something here. Stocks are a type of security that gives stockholders a share of ownership in a company. Alright, so what is the company? The company is the country, alright, and the stockholders, okay, the stockholders is the elites, and we are the stocks. They are holding us by what? They are holding us via a birth certificate, a driver's license, a passport. You understand? We are their commodity. We are, let me see something. Bear with me. Bear with me. Stock, let me see something. Stocks and commodity. Let me see. Stocks and commodities meaning. Alright, we could go here. Stocks denote company ownership, while commodities represent. Wow. You understand what I'm saying? Stocks donate company ownership, denotes like your stocks denote company ownership, while commodities represents goods that include agricultural products, whatnot, so forth. Alright, but it's actually the people. Alright, both these assets classes reserve sizable profit-making potential. However, they are traded in different marketplaces. Alright, so we get the understanding of what this whole thing is about. So again, the question still lies, are we free? Alright, because what you have to understand is that the elites that be, they see us as slaves. They see us as serfs as slaves. Alright, when you go into the word serf, when you go into the word serf is an agricultural laborer bound by the feudal system who was tied to working at their lord's estate. Lords means the ruler. Alright, it says here, bondman, slave, servant. All right? This is what the elites sees the people of the world are, the so-called citizens. And notice now, coming into this new world order, you're no longer going to be called a citizen of what respective country that you reside in, okay? But you are going to be called a citizen of the world, because they are going to the whole agenda from since the beginning, and all these things was the stepping stones, the building blocks, you know, into what the world is entering into now, okay? Via one world order, one world government, one world monetary system, all these things, religion, all these things coming under one block. Again, hence the reason for the United Nations. All right. So you're going to be you're no longer going to be a citizen of Japan, a citizen of Argentina, a citizen of South Africa, you know, a citizen of England, a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. All right, you're going to be considered, you're going to be labeled a citizen of the world. This is what it is. This is what this whole thing is all about. Because this is what scripture now come to my head. Two scriptures come to my head, but I will use this one first, and then I will use the next one. I will use that for to end it off, which is 1 Maccabees 1:41. All right, Tawara Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. 1 Maccabees 1:41. Why are you doing with that? All right, bear with me. I don't know. Bear. All right, so good. So 1 Maccabees 1:41, because this was this is something that they've been vying for. These Edomites. This is something that they've been vying for from ever so long, ever since they came into rulership via Alexander the Great. This is what they wanted. All right, so it says, 1 Maccabees 1:41, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. All right, all the heathen and all Israel at that time, you know, I wouldn't say all Israel, but all the wicked of Israel, you know, because when I go down to verse 43, because I don't want to go all the way down, you know, I'll just stop at verse 43. It reads, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. You understand? So wicked Israelites, they had consented unto this. It's the same thing today. All right? It's the same thing today. With Rowley and all of them, all these Caribbean leaders and whatnot, during the time of, you know, the crisis that was taking place in the world between 2020 to 2023. All right? Where all these leaders sign up certain agreements pursuant to such crisis that is going to take place in the future. You all know how to talk in code. You all know what I'm speaking about. You know, via the UN and the WHO and whatnot, so forth, so forth. All right? You know, so this is what it is. Okay? This is the situation here. So with that being said, and you're now getting to see, because the Lord said what? The Lord said, scripture that we always go to, Jeremiah 49:10, where it says, Jeremiah 49:10, but I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So what you have now is a time of truth. All right, a time of this man being exposed, okay, with all his agendas and what have you, so forth, that he was been doing from ever since, leading up to now. All right, because this is the time of the Lord. This is the time of the Lord revealing. All right, we're in the time of revelation. All right, to reveal. All right, to expose. All right, because back then everyone, we had no knowledge of what is the real purpose of a birth paper. What is the real purpose of a death certificate? What is the real purpose of the banking system? Your central bank, your Federal Reserve, all these things. You're right, your whole monetary system, how it was designed, the way it was, the purpose and how it was designed in order for it to accommodate a certain accomplishment. We had no knowledge of it. All right, but the Lord put the Spirit. All right, the Lord put the Spirit upon not just only the men of the Lord, but going back to Joel. Let me see if I can get that. How to bring it out? How to bring it out? Joel chapter 2, and I believe it's verse 28. Yes, Joel chapter 2 and verse 28, and it reads, "And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh." All right, upon all flesh. All right, because the Lord is putting His Spirit on Esau, on Elam, on Ishmael, as I say, even Edomites. All right, even Edomites. The Lord is putting His Spirit upon all flesh. All right, to expose and show what this man's agenda is and what he has planned, what he is doing behind the scenes. You understand? To bring forth upon the face of the earth. All right, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. All right, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids, which is the people, because we are servants and handmaids, and as I say, not just Jake. They view the elites that be. They view the whole world as serfs, as slaves. Okay? And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids, in those days will I pour out my Spirit. This is what it is. This is what it is. But the main agenda is actually us. You understand? Their main agenda is actually us, the children of Israel. This is Exodus 1:1. I will start from verse 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob. All right. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin. All right. Dan and Naphtali and Gad and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. Okay? And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on. Come on. And hey, this is the same thing what is taking place right now. All right? Pursuant to verse 10 here. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when they falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. All right, so they deal wisely with us. All right, they deal very wisely with us in a sinister way. All right, these Edomites. So it says here, verse 11, therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. Washington, New York. Oh boy, oh boy. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they grew and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. Yeah, with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. All right? And it's the same thing today. We serving these people in all manner of service in the field. In all different manners. We slaving for these people. Okay? And all their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. All right? And this is and it's going to be even more rigorous in the time to come when they bring this whole digitalized system that our people is going to rush in groves, in mass groves. You understand? To come and fall under this man's system. Because what you have to understand is this: our people trust. Our people, when they go to Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12, Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12, all right, where it reads, "Whereon thus say the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in a profession and perverseness, and stay thereon." All right, our people trust in oppression, man. They trust in oppression. And with the notion, they're being oppressed, and still with the notion that they're free. When truth and in fact, you ain't free. You're still a slave. You are still owned. Alright? You are still owned by the biggest slave master of their all, which is the banking elite. Verse 13, "Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant." That is why when I go to verse 1, Isaiah 30 and 1, "Woe to the rebellious children, say the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me." Alright? They don't come to the prophets and take the wise counsel of the prophets so that pursuant to I'll come back to this. Pursuant to John 8 and 44. No, not 44. Must see something. 32 actually. Pursuant to John 8 and 32. "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." All right, they don't want to know the truth. They don't understand that this truth is the main thing here in setting you free. All right, because hey, we are not free. All right, we are not free. This truth is a stepping stone towards your freedom. But our people is what? Our people, this is what the Lord said: "Woe to the rebellious children, say the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me." Yeah? And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin unto sin. All right? Because a lot of our people, you know, they all for their lust, they all for their own benefit, for their greed, whatever have you. You understand? That they wouldn't come to the Lord, they wouldn't take counsel from the prophets of the Lord, so that they could be on that journey to freedom. All right, but they rather cover with a spirit of Babylon, of Egypt, so that they could, you know, because they're having the liberties to do the wickedness, to add sin unto sin. Verse 2, "That walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh." All right, which is your president and your prime minister, because Egypt is not just only America, you know. America is that spirit, is that true spiritual place of, what is called Sodom and Egypt. But the word Egypt, it's synonymized with slavery. And what we have been scattered through the four corners of the earth to serve slavery. So all where we have been scattered to is Egypt, all right. But that main place, that main landmass of that spiritual Egypt is America, Babylon the Great. You understand what I'm saying? And to trust in the shadow of Egypt, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. You understand? That is why the Lord said what? Pursuant to Micah. Pursuant to Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Where it reads what? Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. Alright? Even with a sore destruction. This is not our rest. Alright? This is not our home. This is not our continuing city. We seek it for one to come. Pursuant to Hebrews 13:14. Alright? This is where it is here. This is not our rest. This place was made for us to continue to serve these people. You understand? And then leading up to what? To perpetual slavery by the way of within the beast system, by the way of Revelation chapter 13. You understand? By receiving that mark, and if you don't have that mark, if you don't worship the image, whatnot, so forth, you're going to be ostracized. And even put to death. So how are you free? Like the other day, I traveled in a taxi on a dumb nigger. A dumb nigger. Because, they tell he emancipated, he feel, well, he free. I'm talking about, so that's what I said, when I try to break it down for him, pursuant to, hey, nigga, you're not free. You want to go to them to get a driver's license, a birth paper, this, that, the other. And he was like, so. Then how they go identify me? Nigga, that just goes to show. Hey, our people slavery has done such a great number on our people. Our people can't see beyond the so-called white man. Yeah, our people can't see beyond the so-called white man. You understand? All these things was to keep check of you. All these things was designed to keep so that they could know how much slaves they have, how much in the slaves pass, What not so forth. You understand? There is what it was for. There is what it is for, Salakia. A birth paper so that they can keep check of their stock. You are their stock and commodity, man. They are the stockholders. They are holding their stock, which is us. And the thing about it is no longer us, the children of Israel, alone being their stock, but the whole world. Even their own people. Even their own people. Alright? Even their own people. That's why when I go to Sirach, let's take a look at Sirach. Sirach chapter 14 and verse 5. Sirach 14 and 5, where it reads, He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? If this man is putting his own people under slave, under the slave system, that, and this just goes to show these, because the reason why these Edomites is acting up now and speaking out now is because they're coming to the realization that the white privilege, the white supremacy, and all these things was just a farce. It was just a veil covering the eyes. so that they cannot really see what is the true agenda of the elites, the ones that run the world, the banking elites. Again, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. Because everything is going to all come crashing down. Because you're not just only being wicked unto the other nations, but you're being wicked also unto your own people. So which means you really don't give a ass about nobody. You understand? The own people that put under stock and bonds, stock and commodities, whatnot, so forth, so forth. The own people. This is what a birth certificate and all these things is to keep track of their slaves. But they're going to fall. All these things is going to put them down. Is going to be their destruction. All right. Because what they are doing, these people are the God complex. They're playing God. King David tried to do that with us, to number us. And what did the Lord did? The Lord brought judgment unto King David. And King David was a man after the Lord. And the Lord to this day loved King David. So if the Lord could do King David that, what do you think the Lord is going to do to you, Edomites? Ask yourself that question. What do you think the Lord is going to do unto you, Edomites? You understand? And you niggas want to talk about you free. Hey, we ain't free, man. We ain't free, man. We ain't free. Yeah? We ain't free. We ain't free. Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subjected to payments. Yeah, and to be subjected to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. We are still in our captivity to this day. Still in our captivity. To this day. To this very sad day. Alright? And you all have been fooled by the crafty devices of this man Esau. You understand? And you all think that, this man, the whole system and everything that this man has set up and designed is for your benefit. No, nigga. It was for your downfall. It was for your downfall. That is why the Lord said what? I want to go to Psalms. Psalms 144, 6, 5, starting from verse 5, Psalm 144, 5. But it reads, bow thy heavens, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and come down, touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightnings and scatter them. Shoot out thine arrows and destroy them, which is what? Thermonuclear fire, alright, and chariot fire. Send thine hand from above, rid me and deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of strange children, which is who? Esau, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is the right hand of falsehood. Yeah? And their right hand is the right hand of falsehood. There's what it is. There's what it is. Psalms 125. Psalms 125 and 1. Psalms 125 and 1. They that trust in the Lord shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be removed, but abideth forever. Alright, because we have come to the truth and understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, our heritage, our nationality, all these things, and and our enemy, our true enemy, which is Esau. As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so the Lord is round about his people from henceforth even forever. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. Yeah? Do good, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, unto those that be good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. For as such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, the Lord shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity. But peace shall be upon Israel. You understand? There is where it is. Peace shall be upon Israel. Peace shall be upon Yasharah. Alright? And I will leave with this last scripture here. The scripture that I said, I will keep that for last. Which is Revelation, actually. Revelation chapter 18. I think it's from 11. Bear with me. Yep, that was, yeah, start from 11. Revelation 18 and 11, where it reads, And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. Alright, this is after Babylon has been destroyed. For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stone. Yeah? And of pearls, and fine linen, and purple, and silk, and scarlet, and all thine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner of vessels of precious wood, and of brass, and iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. Yeah? And souls of men. Because all this, especially this last one here, slaves and souls of men, and that souls of men going into those who take in that digital all. You understand? Who's going to make themselves a perpetual slave under this man whole digital system? You understand? The Lord is going to destroy all of that. All of that. All of that. All of that is going to come under destruction by the hands of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Alright? So I will leave it from there because I have to get ready to go on the plantation. Alright? So I hope you all was edified. I really hope you all was edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Because the answer for that question pursuant to the title of the lesson is no, we are not free. Kal halayam la alahaya nawa Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakaha Kodash Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, salutation unto the Akiam, who preaching and teaching the truth through the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled Israelites, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwatiam. Alright, which is the sisters. Until then, we say shalom, shalom. Your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp signing out. Wabad Babal.